plus k. All right. Now, the next one is you cancel this one and this. So that is going to give us minus 5 and 7, 6 and 8. Is that okay? Minus 5 and 7, 6 and 8. Okay, this one is recording too. All right. So finally, what do you think we are now going to have, my dear students? This is now going to give us I bracket 6 times 4 will give us 24 minus bracket 8 times minus 3 will give us minus 24. Are you getting it? Close. Minus j bracket 4 times minus 5 will give us minus 20. Are you getting it? 7 times minus 3 will give us minus bracket minus 21 plus k bracket 8 times minus 5 will give us minus 40. 7 times 6 will give us minus 42. All right? 7 times 6 give us minus 42. Now, at the end of the day, my dear student, what are you going to have? This, you subtract this. This will add to this. Minus times minus will give us plus. So 24 plus 24 will give us 48i minus, then minus 20 minus minus will give us plus. So it will be minus 20 plus 21, which will give us what? Minus 1. So this one will give us minus 20 plus 21 will give us minus 1. Is that okay? Now, it will give us 1 actually, because minus 20 plus 21 will give us 1. Then times this j will give us minus j. Then we have minus 40 minus 42 will give us minus 80k. Is that okay? So this is our D cross E. Now the question is, find the angle between D and E. How do we find the angle between D and E? We have to, first of all, is it the sine angle or the cosine angle? Is it the sine angle they ask us to find, or the cosine angle? Now, for us to find the angle between these, we said for this one, it will be A cross B is equals to magnitude of A, magnitude of B sine theta. So if you are looking for the sine angle between A and B, this is how you do it. Now, how we got to this answer you just got here? The next thing we have to do now is to find the magnitude of D and magnitude of E. So let's look for the magnitude of D. D is what? Minus 5I plus 6j minus 3k. And then E is equals to what? 7I plus 8j plus 4k. 7I plus 8j plus 4k. Is that okay? 7I plus 8j plus 4k, then minus 5I plus 6j plus, minus 3k. Now, let us find the magnitude of D. What do we say the magnitude of D is? Magnitude of D is the square of everything you have here, then square root. Minus 5 square plus 6 square plus minus 3 square. So magnitude of D will be equals to the square root of minus 5 square will give us 25 plus 6 square will give us 36 plus minus 9 square, 3 square will give us 9. Is that okay? Now, at the end of the day, what do you think the answer? I want the display to be. How do I want the display to be? Okay. So we have 25. I don't want this thing. How can I correct this with this calculator now? It should be the display now. Let me see. I don't like. I'm coming. Trying to do something here. Display. So the magnitude of D will be 25 plus 36 plus 9, which is 70. So this will give us root 70. Now, my dear student, the magnitude of D will be the square root of 70, which gave us 8.366. All right, that is the magnitude of D. Now, let us look for the magnitude of E. The magnitude of E will be the square root of everything you have here squared. So 7 squared plus 8 squared plus 4 squared. So magnitude of E will be equals to 7 squared is 49, 8 squared is 64, 4 squared is 16. So magnitude of E will be equals to 49 plus 64 plus 16, which gave us 129. So this will be the square root of 129. The magnitude of E will be equals to square root of answer, which gave us 11.36. That's the magnitude of E. Now, for us to find this thing using this formula, A cross B is equal to magnitude of A, magnitude of B sine theta. So A cross B is magnitude of A, magnitude of B sine theta. Now, my dear student, for you to get our angle, divide both sides by magnitude of A, magnitude of B. Magnitude of A, magnitude of B. This cancel. Our sine theta will be A cross B divided by the magnitude of A, magnitude of B. But this A cross B is in vector form. What did you get as your A cross B earlier? 48I minus J minus 80K. Let's write it out. A cross B is 48I minus J minus 80K. I think so. Not 80,000, no. 80K. You cannot use this one to calculate theta. So you must find the magnitude of this one itself. So it will be A cross B magnitude will be the square root. So for this case, it's actually the magnitude of A cross B. The square root of everything you have here is 48 square plus this is minus 1 square plus minus 80 square. So A cross B magnitude will be equals to 48 square is what? My dear students. So this will give us square root 48 square. Let me just do it at once. Plus 1 square, because 1 square will give us this, plus 80 square. Forget about the negative sign. Once you square it, it will give us a positive answer. And the answer it gave to us is 93.30. Is that okay? 93.30. That is the answer it gave to us. Is that okay? So 48 square plus 1 square plus 80 square, square root of everything will give us 93.30. So my dear students, it means our sine theta will be equals to 93.30 divided by magnitude of A. Okay, this is D in this case. So it's going to be D cross E divided by magnitude of D multiplied by magnitude of E. So here it's supposed to be D cross E, D cross E, and here will be D cross E. So sin theta will be equal to, what's the magnitude of D, my dear student? 8.366. So we have 8.366 times the magnitude of E is 11.36. 11.36. So our sin theta, my dear student, will be equals to, you press this in your calculator, 93.3 divided by 8.366 times 11.36. You can press that directly in your calculator. That will give us 0.982. 0.982. So theta, told you that when you get to this point, to get your theta, you now find sine inverse of 0.982. All right? Theta will be equals to, what do you think is sine inverse? Told you that is shift what? Sine of 0.982. Of course, that gives us 79.11 degree. So that's our D cross E, 79.11 what degree. You can also confirm for any error, because there are tendency of us making little errors or even mighty errors due to the calculation. Is that okay? Now the next question here, we have something like that. They ask us to find A plus B plus C. Now, first of all, A plus B plus C will be addition of everything here. So if you add everything here, what is it going to give to us? 2i plus I plus 3i. So for the first case, A plus B plus C, we can do that here. 2i plus I plus 3i. 2i plus I, 3i plus 3i. This will give us what? 6i. Minus 3j plus 2j. That will give us minus j. Minus j plus 6j. That will give us what? 5j. Then we'll have 4k minus 3k. That will give us 1k. Then that 1k minus 4k, 1k minus 4k will give us what? Minus 3k. So that will be our A plus B plus C. Now, we have A plus B dot C. So first of all, we need to look for A plus B. Addition of these two, 2i plus I will give us what? 3i. Minus 3j plus 2j will give us what? Minus j. 4k minus 3k will give us what, my dear student? Plus k. Is that okay? 4k plus minus 3k will give us plus k. Now, my dear student, what we are now going to do is this A plus B, we are now going to find A plus B dot C. That means the dot product of this, what we just calculated here, and what? C. So let's take it up here. A plus B first. What is the value for A plus B? A plus B is 3i minus j plus k. So we come here, right? 3i minus j plus k. What is our C? C is 3i plus 6j minus 4k. 3i plus 6j minus 4k. Is that okay? Now, at the end of the day, my dear student, what are you going to have? A plus B dot C would be equals to, use these two to multiply each other. 3 times 3 will give us what? 9. I times I, of course, is 1. Then plus times minus will give us minus. 1 times 6 will give us 6. K times minus 4 will give us what? Minus 4 here. All right, because this is 1 times minus 4. So our A plus B dot C would be 9 minus 6 minus 5 minus 4, which will give us minus 9 minus 5 is minus, okay, which will give us 1. Is that okay? That will give us 1. It depends on how you actually answer this question. Okay, no, 9 minus 6 is 3. So 3 minus 4 is minus 1. So our A plus B dot C is what, my dear student? Minus 1. A plus B dot C is equals to minus 1. Now, you have a question like this: A cross B cross C. What that one means is, first of all, cross A and B. Any answer you get, use it to cross C. That will be your assignment. All right? It's very easy, but if I should do it now, it will take my time, and I don't want. Let me just start it for you. A cross, you have A as what? Let's write out our values. A is what? 2i minus 3j plus 4k. So write it out. 2i minus 3j plus what? 4k. Our B is what? B is I plus 2j minus 3k. So you have I plus 2j minus 3k. And then C. C is what? 3i plus 6j minus 4k. 3i plus 6j minus 4k. We have 3i plus 6j minus 4k. All right. Now, at the end of the day, what are we going to get? It's a very simple something. So we are going to have A cross B first. Now, my dear student, what is A cross B? What did I tell you have to do? First, rule the line like this. Rule the line, and then I, J, K. Now, under A dot A cross B, right? So we are working with these two. So under I, we have 2 and 1, which is these two here, 2. Then this one is 1. Under J, we have minus 3 and what? 2. And then under K, we have what? 4 and minus 3. So what did I say we are going to do now? We write I out and rule another line. Then from here, cancel this one, cancel this one. What are we going to have? Minus 3 and 2, 4 and minus 3. Then you have minus J. J must be negative. Then for this one, you cancel that of J. So you have 2 and 1, 4 and minus 3. 2 and 1, 4 minus 3. Write what is left. Plus K. So K, you cancel this one and this. So that will give us what? 2 and 1 minus 3 and 2. All right? So at the end of the day, you have I bracket. Minus 3 times minus 3 will give us what, my dear student? 9. Minus 2 times 4 will give us what? 8. Then minus J bracket. Minus 3 times 2 will give us what? Minus 6. 1 times 4 will give us 4. Plus K bracket. 2 times 2 will give us what? 4. Minus 1 times minus 3 will give us what? Minus 3. All right? So this is going to give us I. 9 times minus 8 will give us 1. All right? And then minus J. Minus 6 minus 4 will give us what? Minus 10. Then plus, we have K. 4 minus minus will give us what? Plus, which is 7. All right? So this one will give us I plus 10J plus 7K. Now, this answer you now get now is not the one you are going to cross with C. So this is A cross B, which equals to this. Now, this answer, use it and cross C again. So it's going to be A cross B cross what? C. So use it and cross this one. That will be your assignment. So it's going to be I plus 10J plus 7k and 3i plus 6j minus 4k. Also, the assignment, please start it from here. All right? Start it from here. As in, start it from the beginning. Cross-check to be sure that the values I had and the solving I gave here is correct. Once you get this that is correct, then continue and get this one. But if it is not correct, anything you get, use it and cross with whatever you have here. Is that okay? So that will be that for this particular one. Also, this one, you are going to solve this one too. The magnitude of A, the magnitude of B, the unit vector in the direction of A. What did I teach you as unit vector? After getting the magnitude of A, the unit vector in the direction of A, I told you that is going to be what? It's going to be A, the vector A divided by what? Magnitude of A. So after getting the magnitude of A, let us say the magnitude of A you got is, I'm just assuming. Let us say the magnitude of A you got is 7. I'm just assuming. That is not the answer. I'm just showing you how you should go about it. So our unit vector in the direction of A would be minus I plus 2j minus 2k, everything divided by what? 7. Calculate and get your magnitude of A. Anything you get, that is what will be here. I'm just guiding you on how to go about the assignment. So that at the end of the day, it's going to be I over 7 plus what? 2 over 7j minus what? 2 over 7k. Is that okay? That one is what I want from this unit vector in the direction of A. Then the direction cosine of A, you should also solve it. And then the angle A and B, the angle between A and B, you should also solve it. Is that okay? So leave these two. Find the angle between A and B. Are you getting it? Find the angle between A and B, but leave this one here. The angle between A and B, I said, is A, B, and then you have supposed to be A dot B, then what? A, B cos theta. Abi? So you have to look for A dot B, look for A, magnitude of A, which if you already, I will solve this question myself. Don't worry about this one. Leave this one. Because I will solve this question myself. All right, where's the time? It's 3:03. I have another class now, so let me prepare and go. Solve this one as an assignment. Solve this one as an assignment. This particular one as an assignment. All right. Then this one also is part of the assignment. Solve this one. D and E. This one is very, it be like I don't solve this question before. Seems so similar to what I have solved before, based on what I have taught you. All right. All right. So let us solve this question. I wanted to give it as an assignment, but then I just felt led because of this directional cosine. All right. Now the first question says the magnitude of A. Let's take the question here. A is what? What was A? Minus I plus 2j minus 2k. So we'll have minus I plus 2j, then minus 2k. Not 2000, not 100, 2k. And then B, my dear student, is 3i plus 4j minus 2k. So we'll have 3i plus 2j and plus 4j rather. So we'll have plus 4j minus 2k. All right? Exactly. Now that you have something like this, all of this minus 2k, 4j, and then 2j, and then minus I and minus 3. Okay? Exactly. So the sign, are they in order? Yes. Now, the first question says, find the magnitude of A. Now, how do you find the magnitude of A? Based on what I have taught you so far, told you to find the magnitude of A, just square everything you have here. This is minus 1. So you have minus 1 square plus what? 2 square plus what? Minus 2 square. So the magnitude of A will be the square root. 1 square will give us 1, 2 square will give us 4, 2 square will give us 4. So the magnitude of A will be equals to the square root. 1 plus 4 plus 4 will give us what? 9. Is that okay? So square root of 9, my dear student, will give us what? This as what? 3. So that is the magnitude of A. Now let us look for the magnitude of B. To get the magnitude of B, it is the square root of everything you have here, which should be 3 square plus what? 4 square plus minus 2 square. All right? So magnitude of B is root. 3 square is what? 9. 4 square is what? 16. Plus 2 square is how many? 4. So we have B is the square root of 9 plus 16 plus 4. That will give us 29. All right? So the magnitude of B, my dear student, will be the square root of 29. So square root of 29 will give us 5.38. So we'll have 5.38. That's the magnitude of B. Now the next question says the unit vector in the direction of A. In the direction of A. Now I told you that the unit vector in the direction of A will be vector A divided by what? The magnitude of A. What is our vector A? Minus I plus what? 2j minus 2k. Divided by magnitude of A is what? 3. So you divide by 3. So unit vector in the direction of A will be what? Minus 1, because this I is 1. So minus 1 all over 3I plus 2 over 3j. Then we have minus 2 over 3k, telling us these are all unit vector. So this is the unit vector in direction, because these 3 is under each of them, you separate them out. Unit vector in direction of A. The next question says the direction cosine of A. Now, my dear student, how do you find the direction cosine of A? Now, the direction cosine of A is our vector all over the magnitude of A. Is that okay? For each of them you have here. So the direction cosine for A will be cos alpha. For the first one, what do you have? Minus 1 over 3. So you are going to say minus 1 over 3. The other one will be cos beta. Let's take beta for this one. So this one will be cos beta, which is equals to 2 over 3. That is direction cosine they mean. You just put cos, then each of these units vector you have here, find their angle. And then this other one will be cos gamma minus 2 over 3. I think it's minus 2 over 3 that is there. Okay, minus 2 over 3. Now that you've gotten this one, what do you now do? You now press your calculator. To get alpha, it will be the cos inverse of minus 1 over 3. So you have shift cos minus 1 divided by 3, bracket close, which will give us 109 for this first one, degree, approximately 109.5 degree. So that is directional cosine for that. Now the next one is the directional cosine for this one. This will be beta, will be the cos inverse, all right, of what? 2 over 3. So you can decide to press 2 over 3 first. 0.66666. So shift cos 0.6666. This one gave us 48.2 degree. And then that for gamma will be the cos inverse of what? Minus 2 over 3. So This one now is negative. What you have here is negative. So you just subtract it from 180, which gave us 138. You can press your calculator degree. So this is the directional cosine for each of the vector. When they say find directional cosine, this is what you should do. Having found the unit vector, find the cos of the individual unit vectors, which in this case, you took the first one, cos alpha minus 1 over 3. You took the second one, which is this. The first one you took was this, minus 1 over 3. Cos beta will be equals to what? 2 over 3. And then cos gamma will be minus what? 3 over 2. So that was how you got that. Now the last question under this one that we have here is the angle between A and B. The angle between A and B. Now my dear student, how do you get the angle? Angle A dot B will be equals to what? Angle magnitude of A, magnitude of B called theta. You already have the magnitude of A and B, but you don't have A dot B. Now, my dear student, what is A dot B? A dot B is telling you to use A to multiply B. Let me just do A dot B here, because I don't want to. A dot B now, my dear student, will be equals to, let me do it here. A dot B will be equals to, you use this minus 1 to multiply 3, which of course will give us what? Minus 3. Then 2 times 4 will give us what? 8. Then minus 2 times minus 2 will give us what? 4. K dot K will give us 1. J dot J will give us 1. I dot I will give us 1. So A dot B will be minus 3 plus 8 plus 4. Minus 3 plus 8 will give us what? 5. 5 plus 4 will give us how many? 9. Abi now? Exactly. So minus 3 plus 8 plus 4. Anyone can make silly mistake. It's 9. So A dot B is equals to 9. So you come here and say 9 is equals to, magnitude of A is what? 3 times. Magnitude of B is what? 5.38. So we have 5.38 cos theta. So my dear student, to find cos theta, what do? Divide both sides by what you have here. So this will be 9 is equals to 9 times 5.38. That will give us 48.42 cos theta. Is that okay? So cos theta now, divide both sides by 48.42 to be 9 divided by what? 48.42. That is if you divide both sides by what, my dear student? 48.42. Yes, 48.42. So when this cancel this, you get this. So theta will be the, first, let's find 9 divided by 48.42. So we have 9 divided by 48.42. 0.185. So we'll have 0.185. So theta will be the cos inverse of 0.185. What do you think theta will be? That will give us shift, go back, equals to shift cos of the answer you got. What did that give to us? 79.28. So that's the answer to the last question. So that's basically how to go about questions like this. They are very easy. All right. So this one is assignment. This is assignment. I've given you one other one. Then find the angle made by the vector. This is the vector they're giving to you with the x-axis. This is a common exam question. And the x-axis. So first of all, we have to find the magnitude of this vector. All right. Now, if we find the magnitude of this vector, what do you think is going to be, my dear student? The magnitude of this vector would be, what we have here is 4 coming. Like I was saying, if they say find the angle the vector made by the vector and the x-axis. Sorry. What are we going to do? This will be, first of all, find the magnitude of the vector. The magnitude will be 4 square plus what, my dear student? 3 square plus what? 5 square. So the magnitude of that vector, 4 square is 16, 3 square is 9, 5 square is what? 25. So we have 16 plus 9 plus 25, which is 50. So we'll have root 50. Now, my dear students, the square root of 50, 7.071. 7.071. All right, that is that. Now, to find the angle it makes with the x-axis. Now, among everything here, which of them is the x-axis? Of course, it's 4i. So what you are going to do, you are going to say cos theta will be equals to this 4i, the 4 there, divided by the magnitude, 7.071. All right, so theta, cos theta now, would be equals to 4 divided by 7.071. What did you get? That gave us 0.565. So theta will be the cos inverse of 0.565. So what do you think theta will be? Cos inverse of this answer, shift cos answer, gave us 55.55 or approximately 56. 55.56 or 55. But this is the closest answer, and that is 56. So that is the correct answer to that question. If they say the angle it makes with the y-axis, you go with this one here. Is that okay? It will now be 3 divided by what? 7.071. So what you are going to find for me now is the angle it makes with, this is another assignment. It's going to be the angle it makes with the x-axis. With the y-axis rather. So you use this and then you solve. I believe that is all for now. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.